Yesterday, I and Freedom Watch filed a complaint, an amended complaint, against Governor Gavin Newsom on behalf of not just Ben Stein, but Judy Mikovits. She's a doctor, worked with Anthony Fauci at the Fort Detrick Laboratory in Maryland, over Governor Newsom's draconian order, his newest draconian order, that everyone has to wear masks in public. Scientifically and medically, that's counterproductive. Number one, it doesn't allow you to acquire immunity to the virus. So when there's a second wave, many more people will wind up being exposed to it and sick to it. Secondly, it forces you to breathe in carbon dioxide, which is very, very harmful to the health in greater quantities. Thirdly, people are misinformed. You see them walking down the streets with masks. There's no harm walking down the street when no one's around you with sunlight. In fact, sunlight gives you vitamin D, and vitamin C, which is citrus in effect, prevents the disease in large part because it boosts your immunity. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and hopefully this lawsuit will clear it up. And we have sued Gavin Newsom not just for his ongoing stay-at-home orders, but also for these mask orders. And we hope that we can educate the governor to do the right thing here under threat of being enjoined preliminarily for what he has done. Because it's being done as a knee-jerk reaction. Typical politicians want to cover their backsides. They don't want to be blamed. And you can see what's happening in New York with Governor Cuomo there, where he's deflecting blame for over 6,000 people dying in nursing homes as a result of his pomposity and negligence. And it goes on throughout the country. So we're continuing to take action. And you would think that this is newsworthy. In the morning, after I filed this, I got a call from Fox News, the Fox affiliate in Sacramento, because the amended complaint was filed in Sacramento, California, which is the seat of California government. And the individual there, Brandon, was very excited about covering the event, said he was a big fan of mine for many years. But sure enough, as predicted, Fox didn't show up. And this shows you just how unethical this network is. This network is a cesspool of misconduct. Because whatever my difficulties with Roger Ailes were, and I've sued Fox News for Laurie Loon for covering up the severe sexual harassment against her, for the current CEO, Suzanne Scott, who was put in place. This was Ailes's enabler who allowed this sexual harassment to occur. Laurie Loon's tried to commit suicide on 2 occasions. She's completely broken. And Scott actually was procuring hotel rooms for Ailes so he could work his sexual abuse on Laurie Loon using her own credit card. She was made the CEO by the Murdochs to keep the female bodies buried and to present an image that, in fact, there had been reform. There's no reform over at Fox. But that's not the point here. The point is that one has to report the news, and it shouldn't be on the basis of personal considerations or the fact that Larry Klayman has challenged Fox News. They won't report it, and that's dishonest for the people that watch Fox News, and it's unethical. And I can tell you, going back to my book, Horse, Why and How I Came to Fight the Establishment, I ripped into Fox News because during those days, Sean Hannity was not honest. He went behind my back with clients, particularly the women that were harassed and threatened by Bill Clinton, would have them on the air. I didn't even know about it. Some of them thought he was cute at the time, so they went on. But we were in litigation, and I had to control what was being said. And Hannity, in his arrogant way, was more concerned with his own ratings and what was occurring. And that's not the only person to that effect. It was O'Reilly as well, who never gave Freedom Watch, or at that point Judicial Watch, its credit. And now, of course, it continues during the current cycle. Now, I don't need to be on Fox News, and I'm not complaining. I have Radio America. I have other networks, Sinclair, which I appear on, which is bigger than Fox News, owns nearly 300 stations around the United States in one day. They have more viewership in one major market than Fox has in an entire month. That's a statistical fact. But I have to be critical here because I don't want the people to think that Fox News is the be-all and end-all. There needs to be competition. I hope that more will get into the conservative cable market. Newsmax is really not filling the void. You can't even really see its picture most of the time. And it's run by Chris Ruddy, who is frankly not honest either. He gave $1 million to the Clinton Foundation a number of years ago. So forget about that being a conservative cable news network. But we need competition here because the American people need to be fully informed of what's going on. And they were not informed yesterday of this case against Gavin Newsom, which is very important because it has national significance. California is the biggest state. It's one of the most important states, regardless of its politics. It has a lot of conservatives and libertarians who are underrepresented. And this is an important lawsuit, just as our COVID-19 case, our class action in Dallas, also not reported by Fox News yet. I was attacked by the communist Chinese media. They obviously consider it important. So take what you see on Fox News with a grain of salt. They have a few people at night who profess to be conservatives, but the rest of the network has turned basically left under Lachlan Murdoch, its current ownership. And we need competition. And I really commend Radio America for giving me the opportunity to speak to you each morning and to tell the truth as I see it. And go to freedomwatchusa.org, join our class action, see if you qualify in our criminal case in The Hague against the communist Chinese leadership to have them thrown in prison for this violation. And watch what we do in the future with regard to COVID-19. We have a case in Jerusalem, Israel as well, but we are looking into RICO allegations against Dr. Fauci, who is providing misinformation to the public. He owns certain patents. He will profit greatly, in all likelihood, with vaccines, which may be dangerous. As my client, Dr. Mikovits, says, this can actually activate the illness, the COVID-19 illness, and kill people. You have to be very, very careful about this. It's not a panacea. It's not a cure-all. And in fact, I was at a rally yesterday in front of the California State Capitol after I did a press conference on this new case concerning the masks. And there were, literally hundreds, if not thousands of people out there who have had their children harmed by vaccines and themselves for that matter. So anyway, share this podcast. Go to freedomwatchusa.org, sign up for our Justice League. We are your Justice Department. You have no Justice Department at the federal level, at least. And you can also find it on iTunes, Spotify, Roku, Amazon Fire, Twitter, Facebook. Get the word out far and wide. We are telling you the truth. I don't filter the news like Fox News out of petty issues. So God bless you. God bless your family. God save America. And thank you for listening to me. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast of Special Prosecutor with Larry Klayman.
En JCPenney sabemos que nos extrañas y nosotros te extrañamos aún más. Pero ¿qué pasa si te decimos que tenemos una tienda abierta todo el día, todos los días? ¡La tenemos! En jcp.com o en el app de JCPenney. ¿Quieres un traje de baño? ¡Lo tenemos! ¿Algo para estrenar este verano? También. ¿Marcas exclusivas y tus marcas nacionales favoritas? También. Visita nuestra página para los más recientes cupones y aprovecha envío estándar gratis en compras de $49 o más. JCPenney. Aplican exclusiones. Detalles en la tienda o jcp.com. En la tienda